this is a fight that I think we've talked about way too many times already.
Dude, it's so crazy. It's just so back and forth. I just don't know what to make of it, man.
This is #1 bullshit.
That's the fucking perfect clip.
It absolutely is. It's such bullshit. Like, I don't know. I never do know. Okay, so like, you know, MMA News.com and stuff was reporting this fight is finalized. It's ready to go. And then you're telling me Dana White's coming out and saying, no, this fight is not confirmed yet. People haven't signed. It's like, we don't know who to believe.
Yeah.
So I don't know. What are your thoughts on this, Taylor?
I mean, apparently even Dana said that this sign that, I mean, well, okay, let's talk about what I said last podcast, because we all thought it was Dustin Poirier holding this fight up. Mm-hmm. You know, we were saying that he was the one that was holding up all the negotiations, but apparently he's signed. He's already been signed, and they're thinking this is going to get signed any day now. They're just waiting on Conor. He's been given the contract. Apparently, it just got to him, and they're expecting him to sign it very soon.
What's your speculation? What do you believe Conor McGregor is waiting for?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know.
I
don't know. I mean, you know he's making the cheddar.
Well, and I saw this news clip too that I guess Conor was saying, "Yep, I plan on fighting him. I'm still going to donate to his fight foundation." It's like, so then what's the holdup? What is the what's the nag here in the line? Like, why is this contract not completely signed and ready to go? It just, to me, it kind of baffles me.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll see. You know, it could be breaking news right now that they're announcing it for January 23rd. That is the date they are sticking with. So I think it's going to happen. I think we're just going to have to wait maybe another day or two. Maybe they just, you know, I think with fights this big, and there's so much money on the table to be made on every single side, it's very hard to get these deals done, man, because everyone wants that piece. You know, everyone wants a little bit bigger chunk of the pie. So I'm not shocked.
So let's talk about this. Let's talk about the lightweight division, as we often love to talk about on this podcast.
Yeah.
You know, quite possibly the most stacked division in the UFC. So, you know, again, this title or this fight is not for a title, according to Dana White. We are still waiting on whether or not Khabib Nurmagomedov is going to come out of retirement. His manager, Ali Al-Abadiz, I always screw his name up.
I can never say his name either.
Right, dude. It's so irritating because I'm getting all these UFC names, but his name is just so tough for me.
Yeah.
But subliminal tweet here, and this piqued my interest. I screenshotted it. I texted you. I was like, bro. He tweeted 30-0. Now, it's Ali, so, I mean, take it with a grain of salt. But is Khabib coming out of retirement? That's what I want to know.
I hope so.
Like, maybe, I'm serious, maybe that's why this fight isn't signed yet. Because think about it, Tabor. If Khabib Nurmagomedov were to come out right now and say, nope, I'm done, Conor's not going to sign that fight with Dustin Poirier. You want to know why? He's probably going to sign a fight with Justin Gaethje, the former champ. They're going to fight for the actual legit belt. I mean, does Dustin have a case for fighting for the legit lightweight championship of the world? Absolutely, he does. But I think the better matchup is fighting the interim champ that just lost the belt. Mm-hmm. And that's the fight Conor wants, I think, more. I mean, you know, him and Justin, in my opinion, kind of have bad blood compared to him and
100%.
Dustin. I mean, him and Dustin seem to be very respectful. It's kind of like the cowboy situation.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, how do you hate Dustin Poirier? He's a great guy. He's a great fighter. He's an All-American, you know, like just wonderful human being. So
yeah, well, and Justin Gaethje attacked him personally. Remember, he called him out, said he was a terrible father and a terrible example to his son. So, I mean, those are straight up personal attacks. And he even came out and said, like, hey, I'm not saying this shit because I want the fight. I'm saying this shit because it's my legitimate opinion. Fuck this guy.
And let me ask you this, Tabor. What sells more?
I think real hatred. And I think that's what it is. Real animosity. Exactly. Absolutely. 100%. Yeah, I can't wait. But I mean, I don't know. If Dustin's already signed, it is weird that this isn't for a belt. I have to agree with that. Yeah. Like, maybe that is what's holding it up. Maybe Conor's just pissed off. What the fuck? Why am I not getting my title fight? I think
I don't give a fuck.
Well, yeah, we know you don't.
There's too much money, that oil money, man. They want that Arab money, dude. They're going to get that Fight Island money with Khabib one more time. I think it's going to happen.
Well, and that's the thing. So let's just talk about this right now because we do not know the status of Khabib Nurmagomedov, and it is our assumption, at least we've talked about this on a few times on this podcast, that if he were to come back, he's either fighting one of two people. The first one would be GSP or Tony Ferguson coming off of a win. I think, obviously, the first one is much more likely that he would fight a GSP rather than Tony Ferguson.
100%.
If I'm being honest, though, if GSP is the fight that like we all want to see, obviously. But man, do I still want to see that Tony Ferguson fight. It kills me. I really think that's the fight that got away. And it got away 5 times. But it definitely got away from us. So with Khabib Nurmagomedov out of the picture, let's say he does come back, he fights GSP. Are we now setting up a mini tournament with Conor, Dustin, Tony, Chandler?
I mean, yes, I think so, because Michael Chandler says that that's the fight he wants. He still wants Tony Ferguson.
I got to be honest with you. That's the fight I want to see.
Yes.
That's actually the fight. The more we start talking about Michael Chandler and his strengths, I think they fit perfectly with Tony Ferguson's strengths. It's really going to be a battle. It'll be a battle.
It'll be a war.
It could blow our mind because that fight could potentially be on the feet the whole time and just be like, whoa, what the hell?
It could be a war. I'm telling you. And then the grappling transitions.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, just think about that. That guy rolls with freaks, both of them.
Well, in the top pressure of Chandler.
Yes.
But then we have the 10th planet jiu-jitsu of Tony Ferguson in the Madman with Eddie Bravo. And just, so you don't know what to expect in that fight.
Yeah.
And I think that's why it's so intriguing to the fans of the UFC. So for me, man, I'd like to see Conor Dustin right now, Tony Chandler. Let's set up a little mini tournament. Winner, take the belt. If, Khabib does do this legacy fight for 30-0, because obviously after that, without a doubt, Khabib Nurmagomedov will retire at 30-0 if he decides to take that fight.
It's just, I said this a couple episodes ago, and it comes back every time. Like, why not just make a fight for a belt already? If Khabib's going to fight GSP, they're not doing it at 155. I don't understand why they're going to hold up the division. If Khabib wants to retire, cool. And if he wants to fight GSP, awesome. I'm super excited, but we all know it's not going to be for a belt at 155 pounds. So why wait? Let's strike.
I'll throw this at you. Okay. So a few years back, we all remember GSP doing a test cut weight to 155 pounds. I saw those pictures afterwards. He looked pretty healthy. I mean, considering doing a test weight cut to 155 pounds. Now, I know GSP has came out and said, no, I don't want the fight at 155. But I am telling you right now, if somehow Dana works his magic, which he always tends to do, and he's able to convince Khabib Nurmagomedov to come out of retirement to take one last fight, and Dana White puts the contract in front of GSP and says, hey, this is a legacy fight. This must be at 155. Will you take the fight? And I think GSP would say yes. You want to know why? He would be the first guy ever in UFC history to win the middleweight championship of the world, crush it the welterweight at 170 for the years he defended his belt, and then go and win the 155 belt to solidify himself as the greatest mixed martial artist of all time. It's a very convincing argument.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
That's a lot right there.
And it's all speculation, and it's all conspiracy theory, man. But I'm telling you, is that not like the biggest legacy fight of all time? I mean, you're either going to get a Khabib Nurmagomedov go 30-0 with the picture perfect career, walks off into the sunset, being the greatest of all time, or you get GSP coming in, shocks the world, beats Khabib Nurmagomedov, and we call him the GOAT because he won 3 belts, and he did it in convincing fashion.
Yeah. Mason, you're getting me hyped for a fight that isn't even announced.
Is it going to happen?
It's not going to happen.
Bro, the scenarios in my head for this fight have been reeling for years and years, and especially after Khabib went 29-0, dude, it's just nonstop. It's just like, I want that fight. I want it so bad.
I want it
and then
too,
we do a
man.
mini tournament for the lightweight belt. Come on. We got to get this going, man.
Yeah,
and then
I agree.
And it doesn't help that Ali tweeted 30-0. Don't do that to me. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Because that all day, like, as I said before, I sent that to you all day. I was just like, oh my God, is this happening? I was like waiting, refreshing Twitter,
Tony
wondering
Ferguson
if it's going to
has
get
a
announced.
chance.
Yeah. So there's that.